Okay guys, I'm just gonna make a quick video on changing the oil on a BadBoy Revolt SD. We got two of them today. This one's my buddy's. We're starting on it first. Here's a quick list of what I use. It seems like for all of the first oil changes on the Revolts, for some reason, this drain plug is super tight. So I always use an impact and a pair of vice grips. I grab it right here with the vice grips right here, and then to break it free. After that, you can just use a wrench or a socket wrench, and it needs to be tight, but not that tight. Just some napkins to check my oil level whenever I wipe off the dipstick. Funnel. This is my favorite oil to use. It's got a zinc additive, and it's full synthetic. I really like using it. There's the oil filter number for this engine. We get the Oregon brand at our dealer. It's a little bit cheaper than the Kawasaki brand. It does the same thing. Anyways, I'm gonna pass the phone off and we'll get started. Here with these vice grips. Before we start, actually, we're gonna wanna drop the deck all the way down. That way we can go ahead and mine's just a cut 5-gallon bucket because it fits the best. Get it up in here. Whenever I get this loose, I'm going to feed that hose through here. Alright. Finger tight. Alright. So, it seems like these engines take a little bit longer to drain, so I'd give it a good amount of time. The only other thing I do, just personally, I like to take the dipstick out or just kind of leave it right there while it's draining. Seems like it kind of keeps the engine from creating a suction, helps the oil flow a little bit better. Just make sure not to lose any of your stuff. All right, we're gonna put our drain plug back on. Pass me that 5/8 Titus. Or just pass me an adjustable. Yeah, I didn't need it to be too tight. Not like it was. Alright, that's good. Now we need to finagle this out of here without spilling it everywhere. Oh my, it's very full. Normally you could just dump it in the lawn, but now YouTube's watching it, so that was a joke, by the way. Sarcasm. This thing is very full. Are you sure you didn't put like 4 quarts of oil in it last time?
No, I didn't.
Now we can dump it in the grass. Just kidding. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can hand untight this, loosen up this filter. You should, if you've been changing oil, you should be able to, but somebody tighten that sucker on there. You getting my filter wrench? Okay guys, if you can't get your filter off with your hands because it's been tightened too much, you can get one of these. I think it's a lot easier to get it up in there and loosen it than something like this, but this will work in a pinch if you don't have one. But if you need one of these, this is a 74 millimeter, and that's what worked for me to take the Kawasaki stock filter off. And that is the Kawasaki filter number if you're interested. Oh man, that's tight. I wonder if I couldn't hand loosen it. Filter off. Got our handy towels here. In the perfect world, I'd have a pan underneath there, but they are both occupied right now because we're changing oil on 2 mowers. But you can put yourself a little cup or anything that'll fit under there. Some oil is going to spill regardless. don't worry about it. Just wipe it up the best you can. It's not gonna hurt the mower. As long as it doesn't get on the muffler, it's not gonna create any smoke or unpleasant smell. It shouldn't, at least, but it may make dust stick to the frame of your mower wherever it spills to. All right, so now our mower has drained all of its oil. We've taken the filter off. I've got the new filter here. Filter right here. Let me take my glove off to this part. I like to get a little bit of the old oil on my finger and go around the rubber gasket. Then I like to take a little bit of my new oil and put a little in my filter, just like that. All right. Now we're just be careful not to cross thread your filter. Got a little oil on it with my gloves. But we're just threading it on, and we're gonna hand tight it real good. That's tight enough, as tight as I can get it with my hands. I wouldn't even bother cranking on it with a filter wrench. You should be perfectly fine. All right, got our filter on. Make sure your drain plug is on and good, or all your new oil you're gonna put in is gonna go right down the drain. So now we're gonna take our fill dipstick out. I got a long funnel here from Harbor Freight. Go ahead and put the rest of this cord in. Might have to fill it kind of slow so it doesn't come back up the dipstick. All right, go ahead and get our second one here. All right, that's 2 quarts. That's what the recommended from Kawasaki that you put in the engine, but it's always good to go ahead and crank your mower up on a low RPM setting for maybe 10-20 seconds, then cut it off, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and go ahead and check your oil. Now, to check your oil here, make sure you have a clean stick, but you're not going to put it in and thread it tight. To check the correct oil level, you're just going to set it in there and then pull it out. There we are. That's full. And this one's done, so we're going to go work on the other one. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this video and get a little bit of information. I hope it helps you save a little bit of money and change your oil.